Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits will appear in some direct deposit and direct express cards this coming week, Wednesday, March 31st. This channel can exclusively report. A third wave of $1,400 third stimulus checks went out Friday, I can exclusively report. And viewers who are on SSI, SSDI have gotten alerts, and some have seen updates on the irs.gov tool indicating that a $1,400 stimulus check will be landing next Wednesday. If you have not received the alerts, do not worry, because people on SSI, SSDI have gotten stimulus checks from the first, second, and third wave before without prior notification. They just showed up. And this is a breaking developing news just happening today. And I have all the details, and I'll be jumping in the live chat with you starting right now on Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's a big afternoon with a lot of big details. And the most important detail is that stimulus checks have been sent out. Yes. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe because, boy, there is a lot still coming up on LALATE today. Evenings LALATE is at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's going to have a big update, and I'll be in the live chat with you. Then Hazard Pay at 7 o'clock. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you've not liked the video, let's see if you can do 3,000 likes. It really helps in the algorithm rankings. And if you've not become a member, the member links at the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment. Purple Power Calcino VIP. And I'll be jumping into the live chat with you in just a second. I see Robert, I see Queen. Say hi, I see you right here. I have a screen to my side. Let me get to the details. What I want to start with is who will be getting a direct deposit of a stimulus check. People on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits got a stimulus check, the first wave, within 24 hours. Then they got it on the effective date of March 17th, and then they got it on the second effective date of March 24th. People on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits who used the Direct Express card did not get a deposit on the first wave of March 17th, but got it on the second wave of March 24th. Viewers on SSI and SSDI who used the Direct Express card got a stimulus check on the second wave without having prior notification, alerts, or updates anywhere on the IRS tool or the Direct Express card. And some also got it who did get alerts. Meantime, as we go into next week, what do we know? We know from this channel only in a series of world exclusives that a third wave of stimulus checks went out yesterday, the 26th, March 26th. That third wave of $1,400 third stimulus checks have an effective date of March 31st. Meaning that banks can either release the funds on the 31st, after the 31st, or before the 31st. How does that work? And I'll be going over all those details in a second. But who will get a direct deposit of a stimulus check? You will get a stimulus check if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or railroad benefits if you got a first stimulus check by direct deposit and a second stimulus check by direct deposit. You could also get it by direct deposit if you have switched or updated your information timely enough far in advance of this round of stimulus checks. When would be the last date to really update stuff to receive it? Generally around the middle to late February. So who on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits would not get it by direct deposit? All the same people. Yep. Yes, IRS has confirmed last week that a large number of people that had a first and second stimulus check by direct deposit are not getting this one by direct deposit. Rather, it's going in the mail. Yes. So understand, as you and I sit here together and chat with one another in the live chat in 1 second, that you may be waiting for an alert for a direct deposit, and you're on SSI and SSDI, but you got to remember that IRS has already given the indication that a large number of you will never get an alert because it's not coming in the bank. It's not coming in the bank. A large number of them are not coming to the bank. A large number of them are coming in the mail. So this is really important to really hit hard and hit loud and clear, that viewers looking for that stimulus check who are on SSI and SSDI and Social Security and Railroad benefits are included in the whole universe of people who are looking for a stimulus check. And of those, a large number of them will never see it land in a bank. It'll land only in the mailbox. That's why you may not actually get an alert from your bank. That's why you may never show it pending, because it's actually coming in the mail. What percentage of people may get it in the mail? If you tune into Mornings LA today, wow. In one of the videos, I would say that chat went to 150 chat rate, which was literally like this. When I asked, did anyone have a mail date for their stimulus check? And they absolutely said, yes, 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 yes. People just had mail dates all across the board. Now, I know you're watching, you may not have any information about where your check is. You don't know if it's in the mail, you don't know if it's direct deposit. But I had a lot of people who were expecting direct deposit and were told by IRS it's in the mail. So as that indicator to you, you may not get it in the bank account. If you use Direct Express card, let me use that as an example. If it's coming in the mail, Direct Express will never have it for you. If it's coming in the mail, it's coming in the mail. So what do we know that's going on today in this chat? Well, we know the following 4 events are happening. 1, we know a wave of third stimulus checks went out on Friday. Why do we know that? Because there was a statement from the head of SSA. The head of SSA issued that statement that it was all past tense, that said that payments have been sent out, past tense. And that statement was released Thursday before Friday. Second, we know not 1, but 5 indicators suggest that a third wave has already occurred and the effective date is by direct deposit March 31st. Why do we know that? 1, viewers have gotten alerts from Direct Express for March 31st. 2, viewers have got alerts from big banks and small banks for March 31st. 3, viewers have gotten funds in their bank account in the last 24 hours because the banks have released the funds early because they're allowed to, if they want to, release the funds. They don't have to wait for the effective date of the 31st. Number 4, viewers have gotten alerts from the IRS tool saying it's coming on the 31st. And finally, viewers have gotten alerts from the IRS tool saying there's a mailed check on April 2nd. Now, let me repeat something I said earlier in the video, which I may have to repeat or put a sign behind me. You may never get an alert that a check's coming. It's just coming. Because I know it's a very common message for people to say, I don't have alert, I don't have alert, I don't have alert. Yeah, they just drop the checks. They just drop the checks. And my purpose for you is to ensure you know where it's dropping, when it's dropping, so you don't miss it. What I can tell you is that there is a drop on the 31st of March. It's exclusive only to this channel. Second, there is a drop in the mail for a new effective date of April 2nd for some viewers. Number 3, a large percentage of you not expecting it by direct deposit will never see it by direct deposit. It will be in the mail. Number 4, the mail includes both a debit card and a paper check. Finally, I have thousands and thousands of viewers who have this mail March 26th date and didn't get it yesterday. Today's the 27th. If you're watching this as a tape video, not a live video. Today is the 27th and they have not gotten the check. What is my opinion of the situation? 2 things may be happening. Either they're about to change that date to become April 2nd like the other dates of checks in the mail, which is also a Friday, or the checks are late. I think the checks are late because I've had about a handful to 2 dozen viewers say, I just got the check today, the 27th. And with that, let me jump into the live chat right now and see what some of the people are saying. Good morning from Thailand, says James. Good morning. It's 4 a.m. in Thailand, says James. Hello, how are you? I got alert after the fact on the second one, says Pat. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. What about Direct Express? Egypt. Just a lot to say about Direct Express. You will not get an alert from Direct Express if it's in the mail. It may just land in the mail. Second, if it's landing on March 31st on Direct Express, you may not get an alert. It may just appear in the account. Number three, if it lands on March 31st, you may get an alert. Viewers have already sent me DMs of the alerts for Direct Express next week, March 31st, much like how they sent me the alert last Saturday before March 24th. Now, I have countless viewers on Direct Express who have not got an alert. Remember, you may not get an alert. Let me see some more of the comments. That was, there is Ann. I'm in Mammoth. Hello, Ann. Why does Direct Express have that recording? I don't know. Why is something being posted that's inaccurate? I don't know. I don't know. Victor says, check your account for pending deposits on March 30th. Thank you for your comment. There's Crayola. Hello, LA. Tiptoe in the room. That isn't correct about veterans. It will be done by direct deposit, says Ronnie. So there's a discussion among viewers, which I love. When viewers chatting about possibilities, I love that when they do that. When one helps another. I guess he's referring to Gringo Gold. Veterans benefits will not come by mail. I don't think that's accurate. All the benefits can come in the mail, and they can also come by direct. Diamond Blue, you are not going to get it in the mail. Come on now. They don't make no sense. That's actually untrue. Diamond Blue, thank you for your comment, but that's absolutely untrue. How do we know it's untrue? Because people got it in the mail today. Should I tie them into a live feed with me and jump on the video right now and have them hold up their check today? I had a dozen viewers get the check today, like today, effective date of March 26th. They got it today, the 27th. So yeah, I had hundreds of thousands of viewers get it in the mail, so that's just not true. Let me see what else. Unavailable, Rhonda. That tool just keep on saying unavailable. I know. There's nothing more frustrating than a tool says, I don't know who you are. It's like the tool's talking to you in a Mariah Carey voice or something. They sent to the bank accounts that I closed 3 years ago. I'm on SSDI, says Mindy. So Mindy, yours would then come by paper check thereafter. They attempt a close account, and then they would do it to a paper check. Let me see some more of the comments. What does it mean if the tool has never worked through all the stimulus checks for someone? LALATE. That's a great question. So there's a different way. There are different adjectives to use to describe this tool. Doesn't work, or doesn't recognize me, or no information. There's different ways to view the tool. Here's what's going on if the tool shows no information about you. There's three possibilities. One, it doesn't recognize the address you've typed in. Number two, the database hasn't been updated and the stimulus check has gone out. Number three, the information in there is just not being imported right by the database. So what we've seen across the board from second to now third stimulus is that people just get checks and the database just never says they were sent out. So you use the tool and it's like, I don't know who you are, no information. And then bam, a check lands. Well, why did the tool say you didn't know who I was and I got the check? So that is a common scenario. And I gotta hit that message home as often as I can, because people use the tool, and when it says no information, trust me, that is one of the most visceral reaction they get to something saying, I don't know you. They say, oh my God, I'm not getting a stimulus check. No, the tool just doesn't recognize something. It either doesn't recognize you or doesn't have the information in the database about where that check went. And ultimately, there sometimes is no way to fix that situation. Let me see more of the comments. Nothing ever showed pending for me when it came to my stimulus, but monthlies always hang in there. So Queen Royal just says, nothing ever shows pending on my stimulus. It just shows up. David says, got my letter for the second stimulus, March 24th. Thank you for your comment. When do people get their stimulus checks on SSI, SSDI, and SSA, says John Edwards. So John Edwards, thank you for your comment. I really appreciate that. Guess what? They already got it. Guess what? They're still getting it. Guess what? They got it today. Guess what? They got it yesterday. Every single, there's just, should I pull up the calendar? Do I have the calendar here? I think I do have the calendar here. They literally get it on every single day of the month. That is really what, no, I don't have the calendar on this screen. What's going on is people have gotten the stimulus checks since the 16th, the 15th, the 17th, the 24th, the 23rd. They keep on getting it every single day because IRS is just sending them out on different days. There is not one day for everyone to get a stimulus check. But thank you for that great comment, great question. I would have hoped it was such an easy situation that everyone's check would land on the same day, but that has never happened. Pamela, great question. The tool doesn't work for me. Would have even recognized you if you're a non-filer. Absolutely. Let me go over this sort of non-filer thing. This week, Representative Neal really led people down a path of fakeness by telling people that Treasury doesn't know you because of a series of things. It's just so untrue. Why? Because Representative Neal's letter came out this week. I think it was like the 25th, 24th, and I have the letter here somewhere. And the letter came out and said, you know what? The Treasury doesn't know who you are or where you are. Tell all these people that got their stimulus check from Treasury that are on SSI and SSDI, and they got it on the 17th, the 16th, the 18th. They got it on the 24th, the 23rd, and they never filed a tax return. They never used a non-final filing. They got their stimulus check with no problems, Representative Neal. So the whole narrative that the lack of receiving a stimulus check, the issue of not receiving a stimulus check has something to do with the tool is just not true. Let me recap, because this is very, very important. I really appreciate that question. People on benefits have gotten checks. People not on benefits have still not gotten their checks. People on benefits who don't file tax returns have gotten their checks. People on benefits who do file their tax returns have not gotten their checks. People who are on benefits who never use the tool got their checks, and people who are on benefits who use the tool have not gotten their checks. So you see, there's just a larger problem than not knowing you as the real issue. And you know what's the best indicator of it? The viewers today that said, I'm on benefits. I go to the tool. It does say something about me. March 26th, and I haven't gotten the check. So that's where we know it's not, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you are. It's the problem is not getting the check to the people. Not rather, we don't know who you are or where you live. It's just along the way, we get a lot of narratives, and that's not really one of them. It is a lot of misinformation. I got a letter from Treasury about if I didn't get the first and second. Oh, so I love Trish Cardwell's comment. That was one of the ones I used to repeat myself. I forgot to mention it. So Trish says, I got the letter from Treasury saying if I didn't get my first and second stimulus check, reach out to me. It has the same address that IRS has on the non-filers. So Trish is saying, hey, you know where Trish just said, hey, you know where I am. So when did you start not knowing where I am? In the last few days? It's, it doesn't make a lot of sense. The tool is unreliable. I've tried to trace returns for the past with it, and it was just a waste of time, says Vinette Gloud. I really appreciate it. Let's interact right now in the live chat, and let's do some results. Who has a result in the tool at the moment If you have a result, drop in the comment result and what it says. If the irs.gov tool has a result, drop in the comment right now if it has a result and what it says. And let's watch the chat suddenly come to a screeching halt because people are going to say, I don't have a result in the IRS tool. It doesn't say anything. But let's see if anyone has an IRS result in the tool. If it has a result in the tool, tell me what the result is. For example, it says March 26, mail. Then tell me what it says in the tool. Result mailed, big red. Result March 17th, Alicia. Mailed, says Wesley. Mail 26, actually. So you see how slow the chat is going now because people just don't have results in that tool. The most common result that people do have is mail 26. Result 24, Crayola. And he got by direct deposit, I remember. April 2nd, mail, Pamela. Thank you, Pamela, for your comment. Mail 26, Shavana. Mail 26, Hubert. March 17th, Victor, which I think was direct deposit. So you see the comments are really slow because there's literally no results. Okay, now let me ask who has no results in the tool. And this is for people who never had results in the tool, meaning that it's just stayed with no results. If you are no results, drop in the comments now. If the IRS tool has no results for you, drop in the comments right now, no results. And I have a feeling we're going to go from crickets to to loud chatter. If the IRS tool has no results, drop in the comments now, no results. SSI, no result, Albert. No results, Queen. No results, Rodney. No results, Joseph. And there we go. Now it's starting to zoom. D, no results, Kelly, Heidi, James, Kimberly, Nancy, Robert, Kalisha, Consuelo. Wow. Now you see how different the chat looks. No results. Kat, no results. Jamie, no results. No results. My Lord. It's night and day. The first one looked like a Model T car going down the highway, a 90-year-old car. And this one looks like, a Ferrari zooming at 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. No results. I mean, it's just zooming. So ultimately, you see why the no results can be a cause for concern among some viewers. When they don't see anything happening, it's just not reassuring. All right, now let me ask viewers in the live chat. If you filed a tax return or you used the non-filer, if you filed a tax return or you use the non-filer at any time, type the word file, F-I-L-E. If you use the non-filer tool at any time or you filed tax returns anytime in the last few years, drop F-I-L-E. And let's see if the comments slow down to very few or if it's relatively brisk. File, F-I-L-E, if you filed a tax return or use the non-filer. File, says Victor. File, says Mandy. File, says Angela. File, says Kenneth. Miss J, Miss Joy. Jamie, Big Red. Oh, relatively brisk. Wow. Wow. Oh, boy. So relatively brisk. It's not as brisk as the no information result, but look how many people you file. This is only for the file. If you ever have filed a tax return or you have used the non-filer filing tool, type the word file, F-I-L-E. So relatively brisk for the file. Very, very interesting. So again, this shows you why Representative Neal's letter is really not founded. It's not founded in reality. Let me recap where we are so far. I asked viewers, have you gotten a result from the tool? Vast majority, no result from the irs.gov tool. I then asked viewers, have you ever filed a tax return or used the non-file filing, presumably in 2020? And they said, yeah, a large number had used the file tool. So there's something going wrong with Treasury in getting the stimulus checks out. It's not you. It's not you. It's not this lack of information between the two departments. And if I had put this video with the video from this morning on Morning to LA, I asked viewers who have a March 26 date still. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. If you have a March 26 mail date, I know the result from this morning because it was absolutely out of control. But if you have a March 26 mail date, drop in the chat right now, March 26. Just write the words March 26. If you still have a mail date of March 26. Alicia says March 29th. Interesting. Tamar says March 17th pending, but I haven't seen it yet. Wesley says yes. March 29th, Alicia. Terry, March 26. Crump, March 26. Susan. Samantha. Shonda. Wesley. Hubert. Deanna. Steve's wife. So this is really interesting. You know, this is really, really interesting. If you took all the data from this video, you could really figure out what's going on. Viewers were asked at the start of the video, no information from the IRS tool or some information. Vast majority said no information. The tool is not giving them any information. But when I asked them any information, very few people had any information. Now I ask the viewers of the information, does it say March 26? Relatively brisk. So it looks like the vast majority of viewers get no information from the IRS tool, and those that do, it shows mail March 26. Let me say that again. The vast majority of viewers get no information from the IRS tool, but those that do, the vast majority of those get mail 26 as a result. I almost have to write that down for myself because this is the first time I'm seeing something like that. It's very, very fascinating. The next thing that we saw is that the vast majority of the viewers of this channel did file. They either filed a tax return or used the non-file filing. So it's clearly a problem with the disbursement, the sending of the stimulus checks. It's not you. It's not you. And there's something wrong with the tool. Obviously, this is the 27th. We will see if more checks come in the mail. You know, the best case scenario is of the people who do have that 26 result, your checks show up on Monday and Tuesday. And the people who have no results, your checks also show up in the mail Monday or Tuesday. That would be what's fascinating. But here we are. As we go into the final minutes of this video, let me tell you where we are. The latest updates are the following. This channel can exclusively report that a third wave of stimulus checks for SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits, and everyone else went out on Friday. And they went out on Friday to two places. One for direct deposit with an effective date of March 31st, or two by the mail for an effective date of April 2nd. Which one will you get? Hard to tell if you're not getting an alert yet. Viewers have gotten alerts from their banks, their credit unions, and Direct Express card. Those viewers include people on SSI and SSDI that their stimulus check will land on the March 31st. Meantime, viewers have also gotten alerts from the tool, and I think this is not a lot of people, that it will land on April 2nd in the mail. That, of course, is 1 week after March 26th. Ironic? Not. It's very predictable. The net result is that viewers who did file tax returns or use the non-file filing tool simply just still don't have stimulus checks. So it's not the result of IRS not knowing who you are. It's the result of something going wrong with getting it out to you. And the March 26 check people, of which there's a lot on today's videos, have still not gotten the checks by the end of the 27th. The great news is that you need to know that ultimately checks just appear. They just appear without any pre-warning. So please watch the mailbox carefully today and all next week, because they may appear, especially if you have no alert. Also, they may appear in direct deposit if you have no prior warning. What a big day with so many details across the board. It has your head going left and your head going right, because there's a lot of big twists and a lot of big turns. Cecil says, my cousin works with IRS and she says Wednesday will be a big day. Well, there you go again. I've been telling you since early this morning that this channel and a world exclusive has been telling you that the third wave of $14 stimulus checks went out Friday, with the effective date of direct deposit March 31st, Wednesday, and the mail dates for April 2nd. We would likely get the confirmation of my reporting on this coming Monday. Why? Because last Monday was the date at which IRS confirmed my reporting last weekend. Last weekend, I told you that stimulus checks went out the Friday before because you showed it to me. You showed it to me. And IRS confirmed it last Monday that the 24th would be the second wave. Guess what this 31st is? A week later. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. I'll see you tonight on Evenings LALATE. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Say hello to one another. Always be friendly and be helpful to one another. You have been really incredible throughout this saga of learning information. And it's your information that helps one another get to the finish line. With that, stay informed, stay focused, stay positive, and stay smiling. And I'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Evenings LALATE.